Okay guys, welcome to this workshop. Now there's been a lot of questions asked on the Facebook group about actually integrating a calendar into the system so you can take bookings for live one-to-one sessions and that sort of thing. So I thought I'd do it. We don't normally do integrations outside of Zenler, but in this case, because of demand, we're going to do that for you. So the calendar system I'm going to use is called Calendly. Now I've never used this before, so for me it's brand new, so I don't know how it's going to work, but it's going to be easy. What I've done is gone to calendly.com and I'm going to set up an account. Now under the pricing plans here, there is a free account, so I'm going to use a free account. Now obviously guys, you know, if you're going to use more of these features, you want to look through all of the features. And also I'm only going to be doing Calendly because obviously there's tons of different booking systems, you know, Book Like a Boss, these kind of ones, and I'm not going to run through integrating every single one because it would be impossible, and we are supporting Zenler, not other platforms integrations. So I'm going to be using Calendly. It's been talked about a lot on the group, so I guess it's being used a lot. I don't know, I don't use calendars, but we're going to get on with it anyway. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to continue with the free upgrade to unlock full features. So I'm going to be logging in. This is obviously free for this basic one. So I'm going to be signing up here. You don't need to see me do that, but I'm basically at calendly.com and I'm going to sign up for a free account, and we're going to then have a look at that and we're going to integrate it into our site, and I'll talk about some different options that you could do depending on your particular case. Okay guys, let's get on. So here we are. I've just signed up here and it's asking me, do I want to create my own friendly URL? So I'm going to put in here surf dudes, and that should be okay. There we go. So I've got own URL. Now it's asking for a time zone, so I guess you pick your correct time zone. Mine happens to be correct, and I'm going to click continue. So it's going to ask how Calendly will work with me. We'll check for conflicts. We'll add events to new Zenler, so it integrates with Google as well, so you can see your Google and calendars connected. Calendly will auto check the calendar for busy times, add new events as they're scheduled. So I can click continue to this, and I guess now we're starting to put on things like available hours for these kind of things, so you can set it up. I'm going to set my 9 AM. Actually, do you know what? I'm not going to set it for 9 AM. I like to get up a bit later, so there you go, 10 AM. And I like to finish a bit earlier as well, so I'm going to click 4 PM. Days available: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so Friday. So you can set all these as you like. So we can continue this, and don't worry, you'll be able to customize these further later on or change them if you want to. So click next, and what is your day-to-day role at work? So we'll say education, and then click finish. Okay, so that should run through those features, and it's set up my account and all this stuff. So here we go. So I'm going to pause the video whilst I have a quick look round, so I'm familiar with the Calendly interface. They've obviously got help videos as well in here, so it's definitely worth at this stage, once you've set your account up and you've done those initial things, is to look around and explore and find out more about what you can do with Calendly. Right, so my first thing that has been set up for me is it set these little events up. So you've got a 15-minute one-to-one, a 30-minute one-to-one, and then we got a 60-minute one-to-one, which is probably the one I'd use. So you don't have any shared event types yet, and also look, if we click add a new event type, now it's a free account, so I can only choose one event type, but here you've got this one-to-one, so I'm guessing you could just set these up yourself. Let's just try it. I'll just do another one-to-one and call it live hand holding hour, something like that. And location, we'll say it's a Zoom conference, yeah, so we can do a Zoom conference. You can pick lots of different ones, so I go Zoom is not connected, so visit the Zoom integration page to connect to your account, so we can connect it via that as well. So let me just have a look in person. Google Meet. So you've got lots of choices in there. You've got a Microsoft Teams as well, custom. Okay, so I'll leave it as this anyway. So in here we call this an hour of help by us at Surf Dudes. So they make it all nice and very easy for you to work with. So Calendly, this is the event URL. I guess that's the event link. You can change these color types here. Let's change it more to a blue and say that's good. And we'll say 1 hour. Yep, and then click next. So invitees can schedule, so you can schedule into the future 60 days within a date range or indefinitely into the future. So here's our duration bit. So we go to custom. You can pick custom there as well. I don't know how long you could run that for, but if you're running a particularly live, a long live event, then you could set that. Just because if you give 60 minutes, sometimes you have problems. So I would personally put sort of maybe 75, just in case it runs over. Use an existing schedule or set custom hours. So I'm going to use my default hours, which you know are 10 till 4, but you can change it in there if you want to. So buffers. So buffers help prevent back-to-back meetings and give you an extra. So that's not a bad idea. So that's quite nice. So after the event, make sure I've got at least 1 hour. And then I'm not going to have a meeting next to each other. So if someone books for 4 to 5, I'm not going to have someone 5 to 6. It's going to be 6 till, you know, you get it. And you can do that before or after. I'm going to do it after the meeting. So that'll be fine. And I'm going to click next. So live hand holding, 1 hour, and people can book this event. We've got some additional options in here as well. I don't know about any of those. And we got the URL. So the live handing now is ready to accept results. So that's great. So that should be set up. So additional options, collect payment. No, because they'll be coming through Zenler for payments. Confirmation page. Could set up a confirmation page, I guess. Set up automations around your event, such as email and text notifications. Thank you email. So that's quite good. Invitee questions. So that's not a bad idea. These are pro features, so I can't use it, but this is really cool because this will automate certain things. So I'll cancel it. So I'm taking it that this would be set up. Also on the right hand side here you can see this help getting started guide, so you can click these and do that, or you can just close it. So I'm guessing that this is okay. So if I go to my account now, I go to home, then I should have this new one. There it is. So if I copy that link, I go in here and I paste it, then I'm going to have this. So you can see here, an hour to help, an hours of help by Surf Dudes. So that's our calendar all set up, so people can book it in here. You can set a time, you can confirm that time, and then you need to enter your information in here. So we want this to integrate into our site. So I've basically set that up, you know, and I don't really know what I'm doing. So that was pretty easy, wasn't it, to set that up. I'm just going to go back to home. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to integrate it into our site. And I probably want to set it up so it integrates with Zoom as well. So I'm going to find out where that is and come back to you in a second. Okay, so there are integrations up here on the top. You can click this and we can straight away connect straight to certain apps, which is very good. We can also integrate with Zapier. Let's just click the Zoom straight away, and we can go in here and we can just connect straight to Zoom. So I can go in here and change this. So guys, once we set this up, we now want to integrate this into the website. So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to go in here, and you can see I can add to website. So if I click this, it's going to ask me what I want to do. Do you want a pop-up widget? Do you want a pop-up text? I'm just going to do an inline embed, and I'm going to click that, and I'm going to click continue. This is going to give me the code in here. You can change the colors to make it suit your branding. You could also hide the GDPR if you wanted to. If you've already got it on the website, you might not hide that. Hide event type details. You can mouse over it and it'll tell you what it does. So use this setting to hide your profile picture, name, event duration, location. So I'm going to leave all that as it is. So you have this embed code in here. So I'm going to take this embed code, I'm going to copy it here, and we're going to jump into the site and I'm going to put it in there. Okay, so I'm in the site. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to admin and I'm going to create a new course. So I'm going to go to courses. I'm going to shoot through this really quickly, guys, because obviously I'm just showing you how it works. So we're going to call it 1 hour hand holding. A personal hand holding session. Okay, I'm not going to bother with the course summary. I'm just going to create the course. Obviously, guys, you spend a bit of time get it looking really nice. So I'm going to go straight down to my pages. Actually, I'm going to go to pricing first, and then we're going to set up our pricing plan. So I'm going to do a one-time payment. I'm going to click next, and I'm going to just put this into a GDP, and I'm going to put, let's call it 120 quid an hour. Let's go that. And call this 1 hour personal session. Okay, and need personal help. Take this 1 hour session today, something like that. I don't know. And let's put pay and book. So it's very clear. So there we go. I'm going to click finish. That's done. And now that's done, we're going to go to our pages. And now you've got two choices here. We can, what we've got to do is we've got to take the booking. So you need to set up your sales page, your checkout page, your thank you page. And then in the course access page, this is after they've paid. This is where we want to put our calendar for them to book. And we really don't want anything else in there. So we don't want to, if we want to build it a curriculum as well into there, you can leave the curriculum and you can fill the curriculum out. But if you don't want to, we can just get rid of the block and put nothing in the curriculum, and it basically will not show. So that's the approach I'm going to take here. So I'm even going to get rid of this top block. I don't want any of this, and I don't even want the curriculum because nothing's going in here. I'm also going to get rid of the review block. Before I do, I'm going to add a new block, empty block there, and I'm going to just get rid of this. So I've basically now, my course access page has got nothing in it. So if they buy it, they go through to a page that's got nothing, and they couldn't even go into the course curriculum because there's no links taking them into that page. So I'm going to add a new row now, and inside this row I'm going to drop an element. It's going to be a heading. So I'm going to call this book a time to suit you. Okay, that's all I'm going to put, and I'm going to put in here an HTML, a custom HTML block. Okay, this is where our code's going to go, the code that we copied from Calendly. So I'm going to click this, I'm going to go change code, I'm going to select the code that's in there, Control A, then backspace to delete out, and Control V to copy that code in, and click update. Okay, now we're going to click save. So, and you can set your SEO up as well if you need to. So now we're going to preview this page. Let's go save and preview. And here we go. We have our form straight in here. So people can now come in here. They've bought the course. So we're going to go through the process, buying the course and coming in and clicking this, and then you're going to see. Okay, so I've published the course. Remember, I haven't changed the sales page or the checkout page, so it's default. You would actually customize that to tell people what they're getting. So in the sales page, you put, look, take this offer. I'm personally training you. This is a one-to-one session. You know, you can do whatever you make it exciting and engaging, get people to buy it. They'll go through to the course access page, click when they want the date of training, and we'll take it from there. So let's check it all works first. We're going to go into incognito mode, and I'm going to go into my website URL and see that the course has come up because I published it. Notice I haven't got any lovely images there. But notice the price, 120, 1 hour hand holding, a personal hand holding session. So let's click that. And straight away you're going to come into here. Now you'd style all this page up. You'd also remove the course curriculum and the course summary because we don't need those in that page. And you could put what else you like in there as well. So then you go pay and book, very clear. So now we're going to go to this page and you're going to pay for this course. And when you pay for this course, you're then going to get course, you're going to go to the course access page. So I'm going to show you what it's like. So obviously they fill their details in, redeem any coupons, add an email address, card number, set an account up on this checkout page that you need to style. And then once they click all those things and they pay with PayPal or Stripe, then they'll go through to the next page, which I'm about to show you. So here we are, we bought the course and we've landed on the course access page where it says book a time to suit you. You go, right, I'd like to book a time for Tuesday and I'd like to make that 10 a.m. and I'm going to click confirm. It's going to ask for my name, so we just make sure we put our name in there, and need help on paddling because it's surfing, and click schedule event. So there we go, we've got a confirmation now that that's been scheduled. So what's happening at the back end? How do you see it? What do you see? So let's have a look at that now. Now remember that with any courses that you set up or any enrollments, what will happen is you can send out automations. So if you have set your course up inside here, you can go into the automations and you can send out whatever emails you like when someone subscribes, or if after a certain actually enrolls, or after a certain amount of days, you know, or you can drip content if you've got the curriculum. Remember, our curriculum's got nothing in it and all our pages haven't, so we're purely using this as a booking system. So it's even the checkout page that had all that stuff in there, and the sales page, you know, you'd go into the sales page and you'd basically edit out everything to do with the course curriculum if you're just using it like a one-page site. Definitely check out tutorials.zenler.com/askzenler, or check the membership area in the complete guide to Zenler, and that tells you about memberships if you want to know a bit more about sort of how to remove these blocks. So to remove these blocks, so we haven't got course summary, I delete that out. Yeah, I don't want that block in there, so I would delete that out. I maybe don't want that one because it's a dummy testimonial, and I could just leave this in here, so I don't even need this. You know, this is as simple as it gets. Put your own video in there, put your own text in there. If you want to remove the video, just remove the video. You don't even need a video in there, so you just have that enroll button and that's all you'd have, and that's pretty simple. So that's a session setup. So let's see what happens now with as far as the event that's been sent out. So I'm going to check my email, and I'm also going to check the student's email, which is actually my email. So we'll check and see what they've received. So this is the admin, okay? So this is the admin of the site. This is the email that you're going to receive. So it says, look, hi David Newton, a new event has been scheduled. So it gives this event, it says invitee email, it gives the person that's signed up, and the event time and an hour. And you've also got down here the Zoom meeting with the password in there as well. So you've got all this set up. Now let's have a look at what the student received. So here we go. This is what the student has received. It gives a view on the Google Calendar, and it gives the Zoom meeting, and gives the time and all these things. So they've got the Zoom meeting there, so they can join that at that time. The Zoom has been set out. Now this isn't integrated into, this isn't using Zoom from Zenler. If you're using Zoom from Zenler, you want to break that integration in Calendly, and then you want to physically contact them and give them the URL once you've set up the Zoom meeting inside of Zenler. All right, but this is auto, so this is just going to work with your Zoom account if you've already got it, bypassing Zenler's side of it. But that's basically it. So you've got the password in there, you can join the meeting there, you've got who, the organizer, me, and you've also got the candidate, which is there, who's paid for that time slot. Okay, so you can view it on the Google Calendar because it's integrated when you first set your Google Calendar up. There you go, you can see it there. So you can see you've got that meeting all set up there. It's gone into the calendar, so no one can book again. So if I try to log in and book another session at the same time, I'm not going to be able to. Let's do that now. So I'm back in here again. I'm going to go to home, and then I'm going to go to my membership site. This is as a student, so I'm going to go in here and book a time that suits you. You're not going to be able to set the same booking up if it's already gone. So let me just have a look. What time was that? That was on the 9th, and it was 10. 9th, and it was 10. So it was the 9th, and you can see that's gone. That slot's gone. And notice it's put the next time slot in at 12:30, giving you an hour, 10:11. So giving you an hour and a half, 11:30 to 12:30. So it's automatically done it. So those time slots will disappear. There's still slots available. If all of these slots are taken, then this will be crossed out on here. But that's basically how you do it with Calendly. Really easy to put it in there. If you're using bookings a lot, you might definitely want to use the Pro or the Premium plans that are part of Calendly if you're using bookings all the time. Okay guys, so you've seen how we can integrate Calendly into a course access page. The problem is that we need to unenroll them when they have finished putting their booking in. Why? Because otherwise every time they go into the course they can book a one-to-one session and they won't have to pay for it because they've got it added as a course. So this is where we're going to use Zapier to do this, but I need to first just show you the problem. So let's go into incognito, let's go to our Surf Dude site, and let's log in as our test student. So I'm going to just log in as the test student. So I'm brand new logging in, and so I've maybe left it a day, a week, and I come back and I go back into my course and might have had the one-to-one session already. So I go into here and you're going to see, oh, under course membership access, oh, 1 hour hand holding. Well, that's good. So you can go in there and go, oh, okay, I'll have another one for free. And you can click it and you can set it and you can confirm it and you can add it. So that's not good, is it? So what we want to do is we want to use Zapier to actually connect with Calendly, and when a new invitee goes out, we want it to unenroll them from Zenler. So we can use Zapier to do this. Now at the moment what we're looking at here is we're looking at Zenler to take the payment and to then be able to do the booking once you go in a course access page. But there are other things you can do. You could set the payment option up in Calendly itself. We're going to talk about that in another workshop after I finish showing you how to use the integration with this. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Zapier to actually unenroll me from a student. So I'm going to jump into Zapier now, and I'm going to show you how to do it in Zapier. Okay, so I'm logged into zapier.com and I'm going to make a Zap. So Zap is just basically connections between things to make them run. So here we go. So I've got a Zap. So the first thing I want to do is I want to hook into Calendly to find out if a new invitee has been invited, and then I want to hook into Zapier to actually unenroll them. So simple as that. It's really easy. We're going to put in Calendly in here. And we've got Calendly there. So I'm going to hook the Calendly. Okay. Then I'm going to choose an action for that. So what I want to do is I want to choose a trigger event. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and I'm going to go invitee created. Okay. And then I'm going to click continue. and it's going to say choose account. Well, I'm going to log into my account. So if it asks you to log in, you might need to log into your Calendly account, and then you just choose that particular one. So I'm going to click next, and now I'm going to do test the trigger. So I've chosen the account and test the trigger, and that will just tell the app to no available invitees. There's nobody in there because I actually deleted them out, so it doesn't matter. So I'll skip the test for now, skip test, and we'll go down and it's all going to be fine, I think, but we're just going to click continue now. So now we're going to say for the action, what do we want it to do? So I'm going to put in here, we have Zenler built into Zapier, so there is a Zap in Zapier for Zenler. So I'm going to type in Zenler, and we're going to click Zenler, and it's going to say choose an event. So we're going to go unenroll user. Okay, and we're going to click continue. So we're going to say choose account. So if you've got multiple accounts, you can choose them. If you haven't got an account, you go connect new account, and you put your username and your password for your admin, and it will connect it up. So I'm going to choose Surf Dudes because that's the one we've got it on. I'm going to click continue. So now we're going to say watch course. So I'm going to go into, and we're going to find this 1 hour hand holding. We're going to say what do we want it to unenroll, and what data is it looking at. So it's looking for an invitee created in Calendly, and it's going to go invitee's name, Joe sample data. So for the name, I'm going to click in name there. For the email, I'm going to click the email type, which is here. And for the tag, if you've got any tags, you'd be able to select them, but we haven't got any tags, so that's fine. So I'm going to click continue now. So that is done. So we can have a look and continue to test. Unenroll was sent to Zenler, so it should be good. So I'm going to turn the Zap on now, and we'll try it with live data. So here we go. So go to my Zaps, and you're going to see on here, this is on. So Calendly to Zapier, so it's going to look right. So let's give this a go. Let's try it out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in and clear my accounts. I'm going to start afresh. So I've got him in here. I'm going to unenroll. Ooh, cancel hand holding. I'm going to unenroll. I need to go and find him first. Let's give that a second. Yep, so that's unenrolled. Okay, so now we're going to try this out and make sure it's all working as we expect it. Now remember, we've got that Zap set up. Yeah, it's active. Zapier is set up there. Calendly's set up there. It's integrated with Google Calendar. So we know all those things are working. So I'm going to go in now, and we're going to start this. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to set up a coupon. This is just so that I don't have to pay for the course. So if you go under your coupons, what I've done is I've set up 100% off of that particular course. All right, so that's the code I'm going to use, just so that I don't have to buy it. It will work. So I'm going to go into incognito mode. I'm going to click into Surf Dudes, and I'm going to jump into that. I'm going to go to sign in. Guys, I know I'm going fast, so if it's too fast for you, just pause the video as you work through these things. And I'm going to now just log in as my user. Now I should not be enrolled into the 1 hour session at the moment. So if I go to my membership type, I'm going to see I'm not enrolled. So I'm going to go back to home, and I'm going to start it as if I wanted a session. So I'm going to go 1 hour hand holding. Yeah, I want that. And I'm going to go pay and book. Notice I've removed those other blocks I don't need. I'm going to go pay and book. And under my redemption code here, I'm going to put in my coupon. I'm going to apply it, so it's going to give me 0. So now I'm going to buy it. I haven't got to go through the checkout process. So I'm going to click buy. That's going to then buy that course with 100% coupon code. Now it's going to say, congratulations, you're enrolled in a course. So continue to course. So our course is not a course, it's a booking. So we're in here. So I'm going to book this for Friday. I'm going to say 12 o'clock. And I'm going to confirm it in here, and just for the benefit of seeing this in the thing, I'm going to go testing 2021, and I'm going to put my email for this, which is going to be this one. You could, by the way, have a different one, but it doesn't matter because it's going to fire out to them if they buy it. And I'm going to go pop up practice. Okay, So I've put testing 201, that'll be the name that comes up, that'll be the email. So I'm going to click schedule event. All right, okay, so that all looks good. So what is happening now behind the scenes is it's sent an email out, it's booked it on Calendly. Calendly sent me as an admin an email, as you saw, and it sent a reminder, an email to the person that's bought the course. In this case, for this user here has got the email. So we can go and check if they've got the email. So just pause the video whilst I jump into the two email accounts. So here's the email. See, it's testing 201. This is to admin, by the way. This is the sorry, not admin. This is the actual student themselves. So they've got all the information they need. They've got the Zoom, they've got the time, they've got all this stuff, live 1 hour session. All this is done, and they've got the dates and the time there. So they've got all that stuff. And if I jump now into the actual admin, we would have received an email as well. So there we go. I'd be like, oh, okay, someone's booked that course and paid me money and they want a live session at that time. That's great. And attendee can join this meeting from the computer. So there I've got my Zoom link, perfect. Got my little password to get in, same as them. So that's all set up. So what we want to make sure now is that that Zap is working. So they've already done the invite, they've booked it, and now we want to make sure that they get unenrolled from the course. So let's go and see if that Zap is working. So I'm going to jump back to incognito, and this time I'm going to just jump to home page. Okay, so I've basically come out of it. Now I'm going to go back to my membership, and it's disappeared. It's disappeared from here. So the Zap has triggered and unenrolled me, but it's given me enough time to go and book it. So I've booked it, then the Zap's kicked in and it's unenrolled me from it. Now, so that's what I wanted to do. So now I know that if I want to get this course again, if I want to get this 1 hour help session again, I have to go in here and I have to go through the process. So because I'm booking one session, 1 hour and one session at £120, that's how I can cut it off. So that's how it can work for you with using Zapier and using it in a course page. Now inside Calendly, we also have a few options that you should definitely be aware of. And let me just flip to it. And these are some of the settings in here, because we can use Calendly to automate some processes so that we can't do in Zenler. So we can't get Zenler to, because you've done the booking through Calendly, Zenler doesn't know the booking dates and times, so it can't automate an email sequence to go out, because it's an ever-changing thing. As new customers go in, they set up new invites, new bookings, so you can't tell. So you can use the confirmation pages and like notification and the cancellation policy to set up stuff. So you can do, if you want to, you can activate this and you can set reminders so that an email goes out to the invitee because remember, we've unenrolled them from the Zenler course, but they're still booked in to Calendly. So we've stopped them from being able to make multiple bookings through the course on Zenler, but we haven't stopped Calendly from recording that that's an invite and they're ready to go. So inside of this account, you can also set up email reminders, email follow-ups, and even text reminders in here. Now there is something else we can do, is we could bypass Zenler's payment completely by using payments in here as well. So if you look here, you can see we can collect payments. We can accept payments with Stripe and PayPal, or you can not collect payments for this event at all. Now the thing about this is you need to set it up in the integrations. So I'm going to do another, because this workshop's quite a long one, I'm going to do another one showing you how to quickly set up a booking system taking payments straight from Calendly. So I'm going to do that at some point. This is to get you going. So I've basically showed you how to integrate or embed that on the page. I've also gone above and beyond by showing you how to set a Zap link up so it unenrolls you from a course or unenrolls you from that particular course that is a one-to-one session. So using Zapier to unenroll, yeah, Zapier can be used for tons of things like this. It's really good to learn a little bit more about it. So we're going to run another workshop where I'm not going to have to use Zapier at all, because we can take the payment straight through that original form on the page that we had. So that original sales page here, oh, not curriculum. So when you go through to that course access page, I don't know what I'm doing here. There we go. We can actually take a payment directly on this page or any other page. So they really haven't even got to register. They can just go on to a public page that you set up, say maybe call it live one-to-one sessions, and it takes them to a page and they straight away start to book and do everything through here, which might be the best way of doing it. But I wanted to show you how you can put it into a course, and you could get Zapier to automatically remove that course so they've got to repay for it within a course access area. So hopefully that's been of benefit to you. Like I said, I'm going to do another workshop on the Calendly, basically embedding it exactly the same way, but turning on a few more of the features of Calendly so that I cover all bases and I get no questions about how do I incorporate a booking system into Zenler. So that's my goal, is so that it answers all your questions. Alright guys, so hopefully it's been of help for you, and stay tuned for the next video on Calendly and how you can incorporate it into your Zenler website.